They got a treat ahead of them. You know, we were bored before. We were worried about them running the exact same heroes every single time. Get excited, everybody. Get hyped. You're going to see something magical this game. Ricky, put it on screen for them.
All right, what is it? Break it down.
It's the exact same thing except with Gunner Ember Spirit. Let's go! Gun Daddy on the Gunner special.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Something we did not expect.
This is what I was hoping for at the end of last game, though. Oh, wait, hold on. The match ticker is incorrect.
That is definitely incorrect. But we can, you know, they don't see that yet. They'll, we'll figure it out later. It's not the end of the world.
10 seconds.
Right? They don't have to remake lobby for that, right?
5
No, they don't.
seconds
Okay.
remain.
We're fine.
All right, so for anyone who's just tuning in right now, it was in fact Thunder Predator who won the last game. They're up 2-1 in this best of 5 against 4 Zoomers. Hopefully they get that all sorted. Can you throw a little yellow dot and like a awful black dot on the screen to cover that up?
No. They can't even see it yet. That part of the draft is not visible. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It doesn't
not a big
matter.
deal. I have the right things selected, and that's what matters.
Excellent.
Yes,
I'm
no
happy to
no
hear. We don't
mistakes
make
here.
mistakes here.
Absolutely.
We're just on the same wavelength after spending so much time together. Now, Ricky, I want to see some more different heroes picked up from Thunder Predator. If they know that it is not the Magnus Enchantress on one side, then what do they grab?
Radiant's turn to
Your guess is as good as mine. They'll grab the Bane here on the side of Thunder Predator. I mean, we saw Z-Freak absolutely destroy with this in the position 4 earlier, but going to be a position 5 Bane for Pandamu there. And yeah, he'll be pretty happy. He plays this hero a lot.
10 seconds.
Matthew's just been enjoying himself playing the Rubik every game. The first game was a bit of a miss, but game numbers 2 and especially game number 3, he put in a lot of work on the Rubik. The Bane is another disabled, so you do have a lot of stuns to be worried about now. So Gunnar, he does have his work cut out for him, especially now that they've added a cast point to 0.1 second to dropping a 5 rem, and it becomes harder to kite out and dodge out these spells in the middle of their cast animation. That's something you can do sometimes to outplay Bane. So it being a little bit trickier, hopefully this doesn't allow him to shut Gunnar on his Ember Spirit down. But it is something I'm a little bit concerned about, is it being a new nerf, and things just feeling slightly off can really mess you up when you're at like the highest level on a hero. And this guy absolutely is at the highest level on Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it is something to think about. Like, the Bane here is just a solid pick because specifically you see the Ember Spirit, a really high mobility hero. And yeah, Bane's just going to, if he ever gets his hands on you, you got to have someone there to be able to save him. And
Dyer's turn.
right now, there's not a lot of saves. They go and pick up the Undying Snapfire.
All right, now it's certainly going to be Husky on the Snapfire. We talked about it before. Z-Freak, he values stuns way too much to be put on a hero like Undying. And Undying is, or sorry, Snapfire is more commonly run in position 4 anyways.
Radiant's turn to battle.
It's still pretty popular. There's a Batrider through!
They did leave Batrider.
Oh, they're already dropping the all chat lines for you. Gave Dark Mango Batrider. They fell for one of the classic blunders.
And it's into an Ember Spirit, too. Like, this is a really bad lane for the Ember.
Remain.
I mean, Gunner's good. I'm sure he's played this matchup dozens and dozens of times, but I don't know. This is one guy's best hero against another guy's best hero, and it's a favorable matchup for Dark Mago.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw yesterday what happened in Game 3 when you let Dark Mago's Batrider through, and I think it was something like a 24-0 shutout, so see if they can do it once again here on Thunder Predator. You know, like we talked about before we went to a break, this is game match point here for Thunder Predator.
Yeah.
If they get the win, they get the title of BTS Pro Series 9 champions once again. For Zoomers, they got their work cut out for them already just based on this draft. This is going to be hard.
It's not just the title, but also $16,000 versus the $9,200 you get for second place. So $7,000 riding on this match for Thunder Predator if they can take this match point. So they're going to be pulling out absolutely everything they can here. And I was also talking about how I think this is probably going to be a patch. So if you got any pocket strats or any weird bugs that is going to win you this game before the DPC season starts, might as well use them now because they're going to be gone in like a week or two.
Yeah, that's true. They don't really seem to be resorting to pocket strats, though. I mean, this is all a very straightforward draft from Thunder Predator, all heroes that they like to play. They ban out the Slark here.
10 seconds.
You could honestly put the Slark mid, take Ember safe lane. I think this makes a lot of sense to actually ban out some of the outright Batrider counters.
Yeah.
The other ones that come to mind, things like Phantom Lancer,
Legion Commander.
Legion Commander, which I said last time this matchup happened that they should have just taken the Legion Commander to the mid lane, but they ended up running it in 5 position for Husky. And after the interview with it was Oscar, I think, right? He told us that they knew it was going to be a Husky position 5, and it didn't work out.
Hmm.
Okay, Faceless Void's another one with the time dilation.
Yep. So they get rid of that one. They got rid of Terrorblade themselves on 4 Zoomers. That was something that I was hoping they'd run on Costa Bile because he is absolutely amazing on this hero. They could take something else that carries super hard as well, though. Going Phantom Lancer wouldn't be bad.
They don't have a lot of time. They are very low
No,
on
they
reserve time.
5 seconds remain.
I'm feeling
I mean,
Legion,
maybe-
man. I think just pick the Legion, go safe lane Ember.
I'm thinking late game with PL is your only hope. I take the Luna instead, so they want to run this fast. And Thunder Predator, they have to respond, but they have a lot of time to think about this one. And their draft is looking pretty solid this game. We're playing against them.
A lot of the Luna
round this one
counters are
out-
removed, though, which is a benefit for the Zoomers here. But
5
Well,
seconds.
anything that gets on
remaining.
top of Luna and is favorable in like right click wars, a lot of melee heroes that have gap closers as well are great against it.
they could go PA. There's not
They
like a
could
hero
go
like
PA.
Magnus or Ogre to make the PA farm faster, and that's typically what makes that hero really strong in this meta. So you do sacrifice that having the Rubik Bane type of supports.
But does PA just get owned in lane against like the Snapfire Magus? The answer is yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I take the Ursa. That makes more sense. I was thinking about that one. If Ursa gets on top of any of these heroes, and also like if it gets on top of Luna at any point as the game goes on, you get melted. You can survive some heavy burst damage from these heroes. The game goes on, you're going to be able to ult out of the RP as it comes out on you. If you get the Aghanim Scepter, it's a solution to uh, so many of the heroes that 4 Zoomers have. So I'm with Thunder Predator this game. I think their draft is just too good. This Ursa easily beats out the Luna. You gave Dark Mango his best hero. I'm concerned, man. You're going to have to play like absolute legends here on 4 Zoomers in order to secure the victory and get on to game number 5.
It's true, and they did play like Legends earlier. They could definitely pull this one out, but there's gonna have to be some like god tier play coming in from Gunnar here on this Ember Spirit to make it happen. You're not gonna have a good time in this offlane Magnus. Luna is gonna do okay in this safe lane, but this mid lane, man, this is what worries me. You seen that meme? You know, I'm not scared of much, but that scares me. The Dark Mago Batrider, dude, that scares me.
Yeah, no dispel to deal with it either. We'll see how he can function. You know, it's a game where you're playing the hero you're most comfortable with. If you're going to outskill a matchup, it's going to be on Ember Spirit, but I think you should have just gone for something easier.
Gunnar wants to play his borderline one of his favorite heroes here. If he's
And I
gonna
want to
have,
see him play it.
Yeah.
You know?
he's like, if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down playing the Ember Spirit. It seems so. You
Yeah,
gotta
looking
respect
cool.
it.
Yeah, and I do.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a rough game, though. I mean, if he tries to push around the map, Panda Boo's going to do the same thing that we saw Z-Freak do to the pocket, just hide in the trees, get nightmares off, Fiends grip him, make the game impossible to play. But pause comes out. I need a moment for Oscar to get back in the game. I'm not sure what he's going to build this game. A lot of time we see the offlaners, especially the Centaurs, build a Vanguard right off the bat. Just due to the fact that it forces the enemy to move into the jungle. You're able to secure a lot of CS. You can just tank the tower, bring it down fairly early. But the only real right clicker here that the Vanguard's going to help you from is the Luna. Everyone else is going to be doing like heavy magical damage to you and keep you locked down and slowed. So I think a BKB coming out pretty early on is going to be important for all the heroes. And even though it's not amazing on Centaur, they may just be forced to do that this game if they end up, making it out of the laning phase alive on Zoomers.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. Oscar just now reconnecting to the game, so we'll probably underway in just a moment. And he's out. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Maybe some packet loss or something. You never know. I've experienced that. Thank you, ISPs. You guys are wonderful. Just kidding. I hate you with every fiber of my being.
I get
hope
it.
you cease to exist.
That was a little fiber joke. Well, internet connection.
Yeah, you get that one?
Impressive humor.
You know, sometimes I feel like it goes over people's head. You know, I try to every once in a while pull out these little nuggets of wit, but I don't have much.
All right, on topic of the game though, Ricky.
What game?
Yeah,
what are we
Matthew
talking about?
pointed it out. They're all chatting with each other now. Matthew just noticed that the score favors 4 Zoomers. Husky wrote easy in all chat.
Yeah.
Don't you remember 4 Zoomers winning game 2?
Oh yeah, of course.
Matthew?
4 Zoomers absolutely won game 2. Admin handing out wins. True.
Leave Badger alone. Come on.
For those of you that don't know, I mean, the funny thing is,
I leave
can,
Nina alone. The classic Nina.
We can say right now, you know, hey, ignore the match ticker at the top here. You know, I'll just put my mouse over it. No big deal. But I know for the entirety of this game, every single minute, there was going to be people asking about, why is the match ticker wrong? Did Zoomers actually win game 2? And it's just never going to stop. It's never going to stop.
Just don't acknowledge it at all.
Oh, I don't. I just like am preparing all of the normal people in chat for the insanity of some of these others.
No. Let's see. Well, you know, like Husky said, easy game 2.
Yeah, easy game 2 indeed.
Both teams sitting on the high ground here. They end up dropping both teams end up getting word. I don't think either team scouted it out. I think it was a little bit too far for Ghost to be able to see. Yeah, it was. So I think both teams will have vision on the high ground /
He didn't have Lunar Blessing, so he doesn't have the bonus night vision.
Yeah. Excellent point. You only have 800 night vision on Luna, even though you're the priestess of the moon.
Pretty weird how that works.
Sorry, not priestess of the moon. You are the moon general who slaughters elves.
Yeah, yes. Your favorite protagonist. We'll fight at the top rune here. Pakaz tries to grab that bounty, but doesn't end up happening. Just a ping disadvantage, really. I mean, that he's a god gamer, but Gunner, favorable in that. So here we are. It's going to be game number, I almost said 3, game 4. Finally underway here. Matthew just going to get ran at by a big lumbering zombie. That's that's nightmare fuel right there, I'm sure, but
he's got Windlace on him on dying as well, but Matthew started with boots, so he's able to get away. But Forza are going to have their work cut out for them. Like you mentioned, superior matchup, Bat Rider into the Ember Spirit in the mid lane.
Yeah, last time we saw this, Gunner just went for an instant magic wand. He skipped the bottle because he just had the regen, and I think he had to go back for it because he was just taking too much harassment, and Dark Mago ended up finding a kill anyway.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to do that exact same thing again. Magic wand coming out to him. The bottle's probably going to come pretty late, but at the very least he'll have 20 stick charges if Dark Mago tries to dive him. I'm curious if he ends up going a point to Searing Chains if Dark Mago tries to run him, because the 2.5 will allow you to walk away from him.
Yeah, he does. I think you're right. Yeah, this is I think definitely the better option here. You can't really afford to die to the Bat Rider in this lane. If you do, it just snowballs out of control.
No, like we've seen before.
Somewhere. Bottom lane, or top lane rather. Panda Boo.
And that trade goes down. Panda Boo might just drop himself.
He's got a mango. He's got a brain sap though. I think he's just baiting them. Yeah. Well played there by the Bane.
No. Probably salve back up. At least I hope he salves back up. He's just gonna eat tangos, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna eat tangos. He's saving the sal for his Ursa.
Yeah, Ursa all out of regen, so that makes sense. They'll try to punish Ursa for not having any regen, and they'll be able to top him back up. Passing him half dozen tangos is very annoying.
Gunner mid lane got ran at by Dark Mago, but you were right. The Searing Chains did help keep him alive, and Dark Mago eventually just running out of mana there.
He's got his bottle coming.
And water rune, so he's going to get 5 bottle charges basically out of this. This is value.
Yeah. And even though Gunnar doesn't have his bottle, he's forced to pick up the other one, so Dark Mega doesn't grab it. You can actually just like TP to the tower, and because the TP goes so far, grab the other water rune if the enemy doesn't start walking towards it right away.
All right, overall, pretty calm lanes compared to what we've seen these last couple of games. Usually first blood's happening at the rune fights. We've seen kills galore in these side lanes in the first 5 minutes, but both teams kind of just chilling, farming it up as best as they can.
Husky about to drop.
God damn it.
You caught that one though, right? Sure you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Top
was...
lane, Z-Freak. He's about to drop now as well, but Skewer saved for half a second.
Ooh, nice pullback on that shockwave. Does he survive this? Pakas doesn't have a Earth Shock. He's gonna be fine. That was very close. Well played there.
Nice job, Moo. Z-Freak top back up, and now Pakas, he's all out of regen. He's gonna need Panda Moo to salve him back up. There we are. He decides not to shockwave to interrupt. I mean, he only got 2 points into it. Would have been a little bit of a waste of mana. Again in the mid lane, Dark Mago, he tried to end up committing. Oh god, he's going on to Gunner regardless. He might get punished for this.
Yeah, Searing
He's
Chains
taking
in
a lot
one.
of damage.
Bat Rider?
Yeah, he went right
boy.
under the tower. All the tips coming out onto Gunner, but one onto Dark Mago. Let's fucking go! Gunner winning the mid lane with his signature hero.
I mean,
This is what the people wanted to see.
This is exactly what happened yesterday, except Dark Mago got the kill, and then the game spiraled out of control. Like, Dark Mago went for a deep dive behind the tower, ended up killing Gunner, but the 2 points in Searing Chains. It's a lot of damage, and it's a lot of time to get away from the Bat Rider.
Yep. We're going for this over the Flame Guard. I mean, if you end up losing this lane, it is so much harder to come back in the game because you can't Flame Guard in order to secure yourself CS. But it ended up paying off. Now he's almost level 6. Once he has that, he's going to be able to look for rotations and find kills. Commits onto him again, Gunner. He might just go down this time.
He's gonna be able to chase him down, and there it is. Dark Mago gets level 6, so the counter tip. And there it is. Lasso is available.
Not as impressive. Not as impressive.
It's very impressive.
You do have the superior matchup here. But well played by Dark Mago, bringing that one back. Gunner going a little bit too far forward. I think he just really wanted that level 6. But Dark Mago recognizing that, again, that this is one of his most played heroes. He's going to know exactly when somebody's in kill threshold. Pushed the limits a little bit far last time, though. Now he's going to look top lane.
He does have the lasso. It's a pretty sick kill if he can find it in Pakas. I mean, he's
just
deep.
find both of them.
Cookie on forward, he gets it. There's going to be a nice sleep from Panda Moo, and now Dark Mago here to run these heroes down, pops that Firefly, and will find Z-Freak here, I think, in a second. Yeah, ends up committing the Flame Break.
That's unfortunate. But as he came in there, his Firefly was still on cooldown, so he didn't get the bonus movement speed.
Bottom lane, Matthew.
Yes.
Trying to get away from Husky, but instead finds an Ember Spirit instead as Gunner. Happy to find that kill.
Chops him.
Look at Oscar right now.
Yeah.
He did this last time, I believe. When I remember him saying in the interview, he's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm in a lane where I can't contest the heroes, so I just cut the lane and they can't stop me." So,
yeah. 2 different ways to play this offlane here. And yeah, he is going to go Vanguard. It's going to be his job, just existing down here by himself, putting pressure on the tower, forcing Luna to go into the jungle eventually once his Vanguard is completed. Just needs another 20 gold. Hopefully he doesn't get himself killed.
ooh, there's a haste rune on Dark Mago that's bottled right now, and Gunner does not have a remnant out.
Yep. He ended up losing that 50-50. He's got 5 wand charges, and even though the cast point was increased, if he gets any chain, he's wands, 5 remnants away, I think he'll be fine.
All right, he does have a remnant out for safety, but looks like he's heading into the triangle here, and he's gonna find Oscar farming up a pretty big stack. He's got 4 points in the Slide of Chains, or the Slide of Chains, a new ability, by the way. But they have a Tombstone, so Husky's just gonna drop that one right up on the high ground, and they're gonna try and clean up this stack, slow down Oscar even that much more.
And your remnant is, wait, how much time on the remnant?
It's got plenty of time.
He's gonna be fine.
Yeah. All right, they clean up the Tombstone. Oscar falling low, and there it is. He will disengage. They end up not getting much of this stack. Dark Mago will still be able to clean it up.
Gives himself a chipped vest there, so extra HP regen. Would be nice to find a fairy trinket or something, though.
Gunner just gonna walk base. He needs to get to a bottle. He's out of mana.
Faded Brooch?
Yeah, that item was bonkers.
Yeah, extra movement speed on top of Winley's top lane.
Yeah,
Pull Ursa back.
He did get the enrage off though, so he's not really under any threat right now.
No. Well, he popped a little shredder onto him at the same time, so he just reduced too much of that damage, so they're forced to get back. Looking over at net worth here, now that we're 8 minutes into the game, also, who's going to win the 50-50?
This time goes to Gunner.
Gunner? Gives himself an illusion rune.
Nice slight chains there, catches the Bane.
Yeah. Moo ends up grabbing the kill. So he's going to be safe from the bat right with his illusion rune. If it builds up any stacks of the sticky napalm on him, he's just going to be able to pop it, dispel. And I think Dark Mega knows that, so he probably shouldn't be as aggressive here. He's going to be just as aggressive.
Looks like he is. Oh, he gets the illusion rune to remove those stacks, and kind of a bait there. Getting that lasso, and Remnants up to the north. That was actually a sick play.
Yeah, at the very least, he forced a lot of mana out of Gunner. This game has slowed down a little bit.
Bottom lane looks like they're trying to chase down Oscar here into the trees. Costa Bile doesn't have Eclipse, and he does have a Stampede, and Oscar's going to be forced to use it.
Right. Now they have consequence happening. Things just slowed down too much. Boring for my taste, man.
Both teams playing it slow. I mean, it's a make or break game here.
Mm-hmm. You want to play quick on Thunder Predator, though. You don't want to draw this out, let Ember Spirit farm up like Maelstrom. You don't want Luna to farm up BGB. You're going to be able to take towers before that, but you don't have anybody who's amazing at hitting towers on Thunder Predator.
Scan does come out. I think they were hoping to find the Ursa, but it's actually just a Rubik that was caught by that. They will have a ward revealing Dark Mago as he just yoinks a huge stack in their own jungle. Gunner, pretty upset about this, cleans up a couple of them. Moo does have the RP, will get put to sleep though, but it gets instantly broken. RP out onto the Bat Rider, and in a lot of trouble here. Dark Mago will get punished for that aggression.
Goes down. Still doesn't have his boots of travel, so it's pretty easy to catch, lacking the extra like 100 movement or the extra 50 movement speed there.
I mean, we saw some of the fastest boots of travel pickups so far in this tournament, and this is just really slow for what we normally see out of Dark Mago.
Yeah, he's 3.7k net worth at 10 minutes, and I think that's just the consequence of him not being able to find kills on the Gunner and having a couple people like running him in the mid lane. He was also forced to try to contest the stacks instead of just farming himself, so Gunner's game's been kind of slow on the Ember Spirit, but he's also been slowing down Dark Mago.
Yeah, Gunner really needs to get to this Maelstrom. All right, Tombstone up on the high ground. We're going to see an Empower comes out. Skewer just off the mark as Paco is continuing to chase, and he will be able to bring down Moo. Rubik going to try and finish taking down this Tombstone, but it's not easy. These zombies are all over you, and Gunner, he wants to get to the Ursa, but he doesn't catch him on the Searing Chains. Every single hero here has fallen. Gunner, the only remaining member of the Zoomers, and he gets the kill, ends up remnanting out. He's going to be fine, but a big loss here as Dark Mago shows back up. Can Gunner get away? Paka's here on the Ursa, another remnant. All right, Gunner's looking spicy as ever on this guy.
Yeah, he can't go any further than this. Moo, he's here. He's got Skewer. There's punish if you try to dive that tower.
He did not get the bottle refill.
The game is hard, says Moo. What can you do? Now working on his Maelstrom, by the way. Finishes Orb of Corrosion. So he's been participating in a lot of fights. If Dark Mago had his boots of travel there, I think that Ember Spirit might go down. You have enough movement speed at that point.
Yeah, maybe.
But Oscar finally got the tier 1 tower down in the bottom lane. He's got a Vanguard and Chip Vest, so everyone is... They're just going to leave him alone. Retaliate, Vanguard, Chip Vest. You kill yourself hitting him.
Yeah, that's not someone you want to mess with. This guy is way too strong. He's about to have the blink.
You're punching a wall at that point.
A wall with spikes, actually.
Spiky wall.
Yes.
Z3.
Tombstone once again up on the high ground. Well placed there by Husky. They're going to try and just disengage. Mortimer Kisses coming through. It's going to hit this Ursa, do a lot of damage. They snipe him. Pandamu as well. Really sick turnaround there from the Zoomers. Thunder Predator getting a little bit too aggressive. I guess they just didn't expect the whole team to be up there.
Yeah, they have a lot of magical damage for the turnaround this game.
Their structures against attack.
And they're gonna go for this mid tower. You know, they don't have the same problems that Thunder Predator have. They can wipe us out in no time thanks to the Luna. 4 points to the Lunar Blessing.
Little Shredder as well does quite a bit of work onto these towers, and Gunner with the Orb of Corrosion, so makes quick work of that mid tower. They just need to be careful. You can't afford to lose this Luna right now. She is so important. Continuing to farm is the most vital thing for her. Pakas did queue up that Diffusal and then an Aghanim Scepter, so a very different Ursa build than what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, the Aghanim Scepter is important. I talked about that one at the start of this game. You're just able to, you know, ult off the RP as it comes out onto you to do the hard dispel. And it's all like burst damage they're going to be doing. So if you can survive the Luna BKB and RP coming out from the Magnus, then you're in good shape on the Ursa.
Stampede comes out. Husky able to just break it, and Gunner coming on the backside, but he's alone. He's got to be careful. Dark Mago looking to find a hero with that lasso. Doesn't end up happening, and Thunder Predator will just back out once again. The second time they try to invade this triangle, and it doesn't work.
No, they lose the Bane for it. And yes, Ursa's farming, but not as fast as Luna. Any downtime does favor 4 Zoomers this game. And she's edging close to this BKB. In fact, she might just opt to go Black King Bar recipe and disassemble the Dragonlance, and she'll have it. Another like 1,200 gold.
Yeah, I think you're right. They actually smoke up here on the Zoomers. They want to see what they can find, and Dark Mago would be an amazing catch. Costa be like kind of baiting it out here. And Dark Mago comes in. He just drops the Eclipse on top of you, Dark Mago. The lasso, I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Nope, he's all out of mana as well. And now the whole squad is here. He's got to get out of there.
He does, and it actually looks like he might. They're chasing the fire trail, but Dark Mago, he's really far away. He's going to get the TP out.
Oh, Gunner almost got him. I think you're just slightly off the mark with that Sleight of Fist. If he procs the Javelin on that Sleight of Fist, he might have gotten the kill off the Dark Mago, but again, he's wasting a lot of time. He's not farming up. And this Costa Bile now back up to full HP off of that one. 400 gold off the BKB now if he decides to disassemble this Dragonlance, and he might. This is the only, like, they don't have the damage to bring down this Luna outside of the Ursa, and the Ursa is not ready to fight yet.
Overall, the game is still pretty close. It is just the Luna that's pretty far ahead, but if you look at gold, it's literally 100 gold difference right now in this game.
I mean, it looks close, but it's going 4 Zoomers' way right now. Everything that they need to happen on the map is happening. Bat Rider isn't getting far enough ahead. Gunner almost has his Maelstrom completed, so he's going to be able to shove in lanes with that. Luna almost has the BKB. Yeah, she's going to just
Slight chains onto 2. They're going to find him. Mortimer Kisses. Not enough to save him. Oscar just pops a Stampede. He's looking for the Snapfire. She's going to cookie down to the low ground. Good attempt there to start the fight, but not going to work out for them.
Yeah. BKB now completed on Costa Bile.
All right, he did disassemble. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. They have no solution to this one now. Ursa is not going to be able to do enough damage by himself. Oscar's thinking about it, but no. I don't think he'd be able to find the kill.
Panamu. Go ahead and put that Magnus to sleep.
There's an awkward game now for Dark Mago.
Are they actually just going to do this?
I don't think they can stop them.
They have Tombstone. It's a level 3 Tombstone too, so I think they definitely can. Yeah. There it is. Flesh Golem into the Tombstone. They'll be able to take this down pretty dang easily here.
Yeah. They gotta realize that they're doing this pretty quickly here, but they're gonna be too late by the time they do. Instead, they have to just push all the lanes in, and maybe they didn't realize it.
Aegis for Costa Bile, and Gunner gonna activate that regen. I mean, they still haven't managed to take this mid tower here on Thunder Predator. That's the one thing that's not going well for them, is they haven't been able to like grab any real objectives. Dark Mago's closing out on this BKB, which is a big timing for the Bat Rider. We've seen over and over again just how much work this does in these fights with this BKB, but you're just trying to farm, it seems, and draw even, but
he didn't win mid lane hard enough. That's what it was. Like, Gunner successfully slowed down his game, even though he was like supposed to win the lane super hard.
Mid lane, they caught Pandamu.
No, all I think he's trying to do is stall a little bit of time for Darkmega to finish up this BKB. But this BKB isn't going to change anything. You don't have any tower hitters. I'm not sure you even take this tier 1 if you win a fight on your side of the map, which is exactly where Four Zoomers is playing. BKB completed on him. Ursa still, God, 2,200 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. I don't think that's going to be enough either.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute before he gets there. And Luna went ahead, bought back that Dragonlance, and she is on her way to the Chrysalis, one of those big damage boosts for this hero. Not only does it give you more team fight, but you farm so fast once you have this Chrysalis because of how glaives work with it.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of the best like damage per gold items in the game. I'm surprised that they didn't punish Oscar harder for trying to shove in the mid tower right there. That is their one solution. They don't have anyone that hits the tower, but if he tanks it up, like, and the enemies are elsewhere on the map, then he can't bring it down by himself.
It's a DD rune and a smoke here for the side of Thunder Predator, but they also smoke up here on the side of the Zoomers, collapsing into this mid lane. They have to know something's happening here, right? Like, they don't see anyone on the side of Thunder Predator.
Yeah, but they have to bring down the Luna twice if they decide to initiate onto her. They need to catch up like the Ember Spirit or the Magnus ideally, but Mu is sitting way too far back.
This is such a good play. It's so smart. Just go mid, right? Like, force Thunder Predator to fight you or just keep losing towers.
He pops the Firefly, tried to cut the mid creep wave. But yeah, the longer this stalls out, the better off Four Zoomers are.
Because they're going to start working on the top wave and now threaten tier 3 instead. They know the mid tier 2, it's difficult to play around with how Thunder Predator can position themselves here on the Dire, so they just say screw it, come back to your base. They have no fort for this at all. Damage being dealt again. You got to be careful. Dark Mango does have the lasso, gets pushed back. They will grab him, but the skewer, Mu, he's found Dark Mango. There's gonna be the BKB. Turns around with that RP. Luna's caught by the Fiend's Grip. Her BKB will protect her for the moment, but Pakas comes in. He just melts 2 heroes right away. Kotsville trying to turn it around. He gets the Eclipse on Pakas. He's stuck underneath all of these zombies. Nowhere to go, but you lost Luna. A stolen Eclipse from Matthew absolutely crushes him. A sick play here by the supports on Thunder Predator Gunner. He's either got to do some real stylish plays or he needs to get the hell out of here. Z-Freak just crushes him. So much physical damage coming out from him. Gunner gets the remnants away, but nice read there from Oscar. Scatterblast comes through, tries to finish off Pandaboo, and he does. All right, Z-Freak
got a triple kill there. He saved that team fight.
I mean, this was all supports in both teams absolutely winning this fight.
Yeah. Luna got caught out, pulled just far back enough from the rest of the team that no one else is going to be able to come up the high ground there. And the fortification that, the tower's just going to hit anybody that tries to come and save her. And because of that, they get the Fiend's Grip off. Even though the Mortimer Kisses came out, it was a little bit late. And it wasn't enough to bring down the Bane fast enough. So, sick play there by Thunder Predator as Four Zoomers wanted to walk up the high ground. I think if you'd stalled it out for a little bit longer on Four Zoomers, you'd be better off. Like, these spells aren't going to scale, and Luna is eventually going to be able to tank through this stuff, I think, with the Eye of Scotty. But they did a decent chunk of damage to that tier 3. Overall, I'd say that was probably better for... I would have said that was better for Thunder Predator up until Z-Freak got a triple kill at the tail end of that team fight.
I think it's still pretty good for Thunder Predator. Like, you still don't go down on Oscar, right? And you manage to grab all 3 cores, or pretty much all 4 heroes on the side of the Zoomer. Was it everyone? Was it all 5? It was all 5, wasn't it? No one got out. So like a 5 for 3, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, stealing the Eclipse there from Matthew was...
Yeah, did a significant amount of damage on the Rubik. He's got an Aether Lens.
He's on his way to an Ags. Well, I mean, he's queued up an Ags. He's not on his way at all yet, but he'll get there.
Ursa has almost got his Aghanim Scepter now. Once he clears through these creeps, he'll have it. It'll be much easier for him to deal with Four Zoomers lineup after that.
I mean, diving in as the Ursa here is so difficult. He has the window of the Enraged to try and kill someone under that defusal slow. As soon as that's over, he just got kited out of place so hard. Moo comes in. He gets a nice two-man skewer, but a big Fiend's Grip here from Bane, able to hold the Magnus down. He does get the save for the moment. The RP doesn't come through. Dark Mego with the BKB, able to keep himself alive, pulls the Ember Spirit right into the hands of the Ursa. Gunner tries to get away, and he will. Mortimer Kisses raining down from the far side of the map, and now Pog is forced to pop that in rage. They're looking to get on top of these heroes here of Thunder Predator, but it looks like both teams just disengage completely.
Not enough damage to bring down Gunner on this Ember Spirit. I mean, thanks to he's got the ultimate orb, he's got the essence ring, so he just barely managed to get out of that one. And if I had a little bit more, he would have been able to get him. I think did he pop the double damage rune before he went on him?
I think he had it before.
And that still wasn't enough?
Yeah. So I think he just found it in the river. It wasn't like wasn't bottled or anything.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy in the Ember Spirit.
I think part of that is one of the weird interactions where Slide of Chain stops attack commands, because he got he got hit by the Searing Chains and like stopped auto attacking the Ember Spirit for like a half second, and I think that's like might have been enough to actually save him.
Yeah, makes sense. Lost the Curry with a ward on it. Unfortunate.
Husky gets a D ward here on the high ground. Fresh ward too, was just placed. But they're gonna go back in, take the outpost. The Zoomers do want to just continue to secure this top half of the maps. It does give them Roche advantage. Mid lane tier 1 finally gonna fall here. There's no reason for Zoomers to commit to trying to defend this, it seems.
Yeah, not 23
I
minutes.
say that, but they just smoke.
Middle tower has
You don't have Luna for this.
I think if they go into Oscar, they're going to be fine on...
They do find him. Searing Chains is there, but they got to be careful. He is alone, undying, put under. Nice skewer back, but here comes the rest of Thunder Predator, the Stampede, making a lot of space. Husky, he gets the tombstone down, but Oscar is still so damn tanky, and Luna, she's taken forever to get here on the backside of the fight. Dark Mego pops the BKB on top of Z-Freak, just gonna burn him down. He's looking for Gunner, though. He needs a lasso target. Really catch him, though. Nice dodge for the moment. Searing Chains comes out once again. Moo able to get the blink out, but in comes Ghostability. Pops the BKB, the Eclipse, but right in the hands of Pockets. They can't stop it. Pandamoo just melts him, and there's the lasso just in time. It ends up being a disaster for the Zoomers as they just hold all of their spells. 4-0.
They tried so hard to kite them around, but they played that fight so well. Committing onto the center at the beginning of the team fight was probably the worst mistake they could have made. He was way too tanky, and ended up giving a Thunder Predator vision of everybody. I was focusing in on I don't know, the top of the hill there, where he was trying to out kite the Bat Rider on the Ember Spear, but they were so focused on Dark Mego that the rest of the team there ended up doing so much damage. Ursa cleaving through the backline in that team fight.
Yeah, Costabile has got to be careful. He can't just walk up to try and take these fights when there's a Fiend's Grip still available. Like, this is 2 fights in a row. He just gets full duration Fiend's Grip and dies.
Yeah.
You do have vision of Dark Mego bottom, but...
Maybe he wasn't paying super close attention. Like, at the tail end of the fight, he figures, okay, all the spells are probably used. There's no way this guy still has Fiend's Grip up, right?
Bat Rider didn't BKB. RP comes through. That should be a dead Bat Rider. One more attack. Oh, he gets the Essence Ring off. He still ends up falling, but Roshan number 2 goes the way of the Dire. Thunder Predator pretty happy about that. Shard and Aegis. I'm gonna take the Shard for Rubik here. Okay, self-telekinesis and ally telekinesis. This is pretty sick.
Yeah. Would have been nice to have that for Poxes. He ended up buying the Shard himself because he's valuing his enrage so much this game. So popping Shock actually extends the duration if you're already enraged by another 1.5 seconds. Yeah. So you can have like, I don't know, 8 seconds of enrage if you like Earth Shock, enrage, and Earth Shock again. It's pretty sick.
It is pretty good. That's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
Gunner. Whoa, that was interesting. Slide Chains comes through. Oh, beautiful skewer back from Matthew as he sends it back the other way, but Gunner falling incredibly low. Goes and pops the BKB, trying to cut him up, but again, the Fiend's Grip from Pandamoo. Every single fight on target, and now Husky surrounded. Ursa gonna go down. Mortimer Kisses from downtown. Will be able to finish off the Ursa, but the damage is done. You've lost 3 heroes here on the Zoomers. They will have to get out.
Yeah, but death after death right now on the Luna. Now 1 in 3. She's just died 3 times in a row trying to take these team fights. She hasn't been able to tank up either. She's been working on this Eye of Scotty for a while, but she just melts so quickly. Like you mentioned, Fiend's Grip every single time, and Hoof Stomp, I guess, beginning that one, but way too much damage coming out.
That was such a sick grab by Matthew, too. He just, like, blink skewered the Magnus completely off of the fight. Telekinesis to him, like, wouldn't let him back in at all. And then there's just no cancel for this Fiend's Grip. There's no way to stop it.
And they try to come in onto Ursa, but he, you know, the 80% damage reduction, the status resistance that he has, he just got too much status resistance for too long. I really think this Aghanim Scepter was a smart pickup.
Yeah.
You can use it multiple times in a team fight as well, thanks to the cooldown reduction of it.
Oh, top lane, put to sleep. Ember Spirit in some trouble. Cookies right into a Bat Rider's lasso. Stunned up for the moment. Ember falling low, but it looks like he is going to survive. Pacas has to focus up. Will be able to get an RP take onto this Bat Rider, but again, he pops. He has the swing, gets out, goes to Pele, bashed up by Pacas. He's got to run. Luna in trouble, but it's not out. Ursa is just doing so much work, and honestly, Pandamu constantly with these nightmares, such a problem for the Zoomers, and Pacas makes it a triple. He's just not done. Looking for the Ember Spirit bash. Not this time as he gets away for the moment. Z-Freak.
Trying to kite this guy around. They knew that he just popped his enrage, but they're not going to be able to get him 2 buyback using that fight.
They're coming back. Gonna put the Magnus to sleep, and
he's got Fiend's Grip now.
He does. He's gonna go ahead and commit it. The question is who, and there it is, right onto the Ember. And a skewer back from Matthew. 2 can play this game, baby. They get the kill. Z-Freak trades with the Mortimer Kisses, but
because they dropped the sentry to try to get vision of him inside the base. See if he was hiding in like that tree spot right there. But they're just melting to this this Ursa. Pandabu's been playing so well as well.
This Bane has been absolutely dismantling for Zoomers in every single fight.
And they've never been able to find him on the back line. Like they've got the Ember Spirit. I wanted heroes that were able to jump and like find kills really quickly, but his game has been slowed down too much, and now he's been forced to go these defensive items. Lincoln Sphere coming out. He's been working on this one for so long now. Still needs another 75 gold until this one's completed.
Yeah, I mean, look how farmed Matthew is on this Rubik, dude. He's almost there with Gunner. He passed Moo a long time ago.
Yeah, he's opted to go for Aeon Disc now instead of the Aghanim Scepter, by the way.
I like that. Why not? He was probably never going to get to the Ags before the game is over, so I think Aeon Disc is just a lot smarter decision here. Make sure that he can always, like if he gets caught in the RP or something and his Aeon Disc procs, he might be able to just steal it right away. There's a lot of different there's a lot of different things that make it good here.
The game's turned on its head. I mean, it was, what, like 10, 15 minutes ago, as far as Zoomers would knock on your high ground, your tier 3 towers, now 17k net worth advantage for Thunder Predator. They managed to bring it back off of like forcing that Luna to go too far in, and Bane holding the Fiend's Grip, managing to kite that Luna around.
Oh, they caught the Undying. He's gonna go down. Well played by Matthew with that telekinesis, and Gunner gets his slight chains onto the Bane, but there's no follow-up here. And it's all Thunder Predator as they clean up another tier 2 tower here in the mid lane.
Feels like they just don't have the damage. I mean, they could just hold the Stampede for when the Mortimer Kisses come out as well. If like the damage is coming out from Z-Freak, and it has been, it's gonna reduce the damage by like.
Oh no, telekinesis bottom from Matthew breaks the Lincolns right into a lasso. The coordination, man. Matthew is just a gamer.
Comes out afterwards as well. Gunner's game is so hard, man. They've got so much lockdown for him. Top lane Z-Freak. He just decides to TP out. It doesn't have an interrupt for this one. So he gets back in the base.
In the base, though. Speaking of which, you found the Luna. She's just dead.
She doesn't have buyback.
Has absolutely nothing. Oscar with the hoof stomp and just the constant bashes.
Waves are pushed into the top lane as well. No Ember Spirit, no Luna. They can't spam this one out. The best they can do is like drop Mortimer Kisses, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be forced to give up this tier 3. Moo, he could pray for like a skewer into the fountain.
I mean, you always have fountain skewers, but yeah, you're right. He doesn't have the range yet. He's only level 15. They'd have to be at your tier 4s for that one.
Yeah. They're not going to do
Pakas.
it, so you lose Rex.
Yeah, grabs melee. They're not turning their attention on over to mid. You have the Ember up in a couple of seconds, but still no Luna for another 35. And looks like Thunder Predator don't care. They're here waiting, trying to get something out of them, and Blink Searing Chains. Oh my goodness, the bash, the roots, the stuns, the telekinesis. Gunner, he just respawned on Fiend's Grip just to be sure. An RP underneath the tier 4, but there it is. Paka's with the Enrage, just comes right out of it. 3 heroes dead. This is our base now, says Thunder Predator as a lasso even onto the Snapfire. Dark Mago? Does he just finish them both off? Husky? He dies in the fountain. Oh my goodness.
Their entire base is in shambles, but if they GG out now, they lose the series. They might be forced to, though.
The first hit bash.
Luna.
Pakas. He goes
I think
on.
he's just going to go to the fountain. He's got Enrage.
Dark Mago's
still.
here, though.
Oh,
and
no.
the double flame break back. That's got to be it. The tip out from Dark Mago. I mean, this guy's Batrider is legendary.
He slowed down his start, but he managed to get back into it. All he needed was this BKB. Once he was online and found a couple of kills under his belt, there was no slowing him down anymore. I was so concerned about the late game on this guy, but he scaled better than this Ember Spirit.
Absolutely.
His game just kind of fell apart. The amount of coordination that Thunder Predator have had.
I mean, Pakas is just enormous as well, right? Like, he's got this
He itemized
satanic
perfectly.
blink. Like, yeah, his itemization, you were absolutely right. It is so damn good.
Like, the fact that he got this Aghanim Scepter means you were never going to be able to lock him down inside an RP and kill him. He's just able to pop this just like an Abaddon ult. Get himself out and then, like, wail away on your team. And he knew that, like, okay, if as long as I can survive, like, very heavy burst damage from these heroes, I'm going to be just fine. He ended up getting an Aghanim Shard immediately afterwards as well. He didn't need tons of damage because the heroes on 4 Zoomers were squishier this game.
That should help.
He just needed to be able to survive getting bursted himself.
They are hunting for Gunner here in the top lane. They just looking to rub salt in the wounds here, I guess. They don't want to let the Ember Spirit lane cut. All right, he's going to take his Remnant back last second. Base in shambles here on the Zoomers. You are down 30,000 gold here, 34 minutes into the game. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that.
Sitting on high ground, waiting for Thunder Predator to make a play, but they're in no rush. Roche's respawned. Why fight now if you can fight with an Aegis of Cheese and Aghanim's Blessing?
Who do you even give this Axe to? Bane, maybe?
All right, the Bane one is pretty hilarious.
The Bane one is very good. You're never canceling Fiend's Grip, but it also just the fact that it reduces the cooldown by 45 seconds is pretty huge.
I mean, Rubik wanted an egg earlier.
He did.
You could say, Matthew, nice draft. Here's an Aghanim Scepter.
He just steals the Eclipse.
Yeah, it's game over at that point.
All right, they're going to put it on Dark Mago. That's boring. The double flaming lasso. It's kind of cool. Well, Stampede comes out top. They find the Luna. Lincoln's going to pop. Gets the BKB. Put a first hit bash into the Fiend's Grip. They can't save him. Once again, the catch.
Finds two.
The chain stun. The double lasso. It's all falling apart here for the Zoomers. Gunner trying to Remnant away, but he has... Wait.
He's going to... No,
he doesn't make it. It's a
Falling
disaster.
apart.
4 heroes down, the GGs, and Thunder Predator have done it. They are your Pro Series 9 Grand Champions.
Back-to-back victories here for them. Runners-up in 7, winners of 8, winners of 9. An amazing performance through the upper bracket here. It looked dicey to start the series out, but amazing gameplay out of Dark Mago. Angel absolutely on point as usual. Rubik had some sick lifts and plays this game as well. They were just too good. You know, 4 Zoomers, they did have me worried. You know, they came on today so strong. They absolutely destroyed their first best of 3 that they played in the first game of the best of 5. Gunner, he got stuck on the cliff. They ended up winning that one regardless, but then Predator came right back and win 3 games in a row after that one. And very scary team to play against.
Yeah, I mean, I remember our interview yesterday, and Oscar's just like, we're going to win. Like, the confidence that this guy had, he was like, yeah, as long as we're playing decent games, as long as we're playing our game, he's like, we don't think anyone can beat us. And that that is one hell of a performance to back those statements up. They actually,
Yes.
just crushed 4 Zoomers 3 games in a row. But shout out to the Zoomers. They, like you said, they had a great start to the day. They had 3 games that they managed to win before obviously dropping to Thunder Predator here. They will take second place in Pro Series 9, which is nothing to scoff at. But again, Thunder Predator, you're back to back, you're 2-time champions here. They got to be pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's like you said with the confidence. When I was talking to Panda Boo yesterday, I asked him if he was interested in doing the interview. He just says to me, "Nah, I'll let Oscar do it today. I'll join for the interview tomorrow when I win the grand finals."
Yeah, such a sick game.
He's keeping his promise. Yeah, such an amazing game. I really like the itemization out of this Ursa this game. I felt like the Aghanim Scepter was definitely, or the defusal into the Aghanim Scepter was definitely the right play. Fast enough. I was worried when they weren't able to blow up Gunner when they got last off on him a couple times, but they did end up having the damage the game went on because for Zoomers, they didn't pick the super tanky heroes that they had in the previous series this time around.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, I know we were going to try and do a winner's interview. I'm sure you're frantically typing around trying to get that sorted out. Do you know if we have figured out who it's going to be or if we're getting one?
I was told it was going to be Panda Boo yesterday. I think that we need to we'll hop in the interviews channel, then we'll just wait for Panda Boo. I'll shoot him a quick message.
All right, let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. For those of you who are just tuning in here, if you're missed the beginning of the bracket, this is what we got to watch. It was an absolute blast. You see the run Thunder Predator has here, just steamrolling all the way through the upper bracket. They managed to go 2-1 against Lava, 2-1 against Zoomers yesterday, and then close it out 3-1 here in the grand finals. But we are getting an interview lined up. Again, that's going to be with Panda Moo. Used to be Panda Boo, by the way. He has updated his name, neph. What is the status on that one? Is he ready to go?
He's ready for me to pull him in. If
All right.
you are, then he is.
Go for it. Let's do it.
Welcome, Panda Boo. Congratulations, and thank you for keeping your promise. You told me yesterday, Oscar, for that winner's interview, you today when you win the grand finals. How you feeling?
Of course.
Of course, of course.
Of course, I was gonna win.
Yeah. That was a hell of an interesting series, if I have to say so. Game number 1 had me spooked. You started that one. You threw Gunner on a cliff. He was doing his best RTZ impression up there. For 3-4 minutes, he was stuck on that hill. It looked like there was no way you were going to lose that game, but you guys started to play too over aggressive. What were the comms like during that game and after that game? I'm curious because you brought it back super quickly. Got your didn't lose your cool, and then won all 3 games in a row afterwards. So I want to hear like the mindset that allowed you to do that.
The first game was very messy from us. We didn't play as a team.
Mhm.
We just played really bad the first game. It wasn't Thunder Predators. It was
Yeah.
any other team but us. We
Yeah.
just reset it after the game, talk it through, went ready to beat them in the next games.
Yeah, it looked like you took a little bit before joining the next lobby. I thought you guys were probably like getting your stuff together. Ricky, we'll do back and forth today.
Okay, that's nice of you. Thanks, Nev. I just want to say, like, your guys' draft, I mean, it seems you guys had it kind of figured out, the same opening of Rubik Centaur in all of these games. Was this just like a comfort, or do you guys just feel like these heroes are just the heroes for you guys?
I mean, they were repeating in the same opening. So
Yeah.
That's what we're like. Is this just the response, or is this something you guys really like? So
we like it. We like that opening.
Because like it was the exact same like 3 or 4 heroes on each team every single game, and I'm like, like you guys are obviously very confident if you're going to run the exact same thing. Do you think 4 Zoomers was overconfident with the beginning? I know Husky had an amazing game 1 on Enchantress, but I think they should have tried something different after they lost like the second game.
I mean, they won with it the first time, so and then they lost the second way. So it's not that stubborn to go for it in the third game because they won with it once. So it's all right.
Makes sense. All right. I got one more question before I pass it back to Ricky. The Chaos Knight and what the 4 Zoomers were doing with the super tanky heroes in the early games. What what was your strategy in dealing with that? Because they had Earth Spirit, Magnus, Chaos Knight game one, Magnus, Chaos Knight, Dragon Knight game two, then Medusa, Tango with a Vanguard at the start, and then Medusa in game number three. Were you worried about the amount of damage you could do to these heroes in order to bring them down? Because it
Not
felt like
really. I was
uh,
just worried about us stop feeding and let Pacas carry the game.
okay.
It's a good
We just
strat.
need to stop. We just need to stop feeding, like game
Mhm.
one and start of game two. We just need to stop feeding, and Pacas will carry every game.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys have a lot of confidence into it. How much of your strategy is based around Pagaz just straight up carrying you? Because it looks like again, you guys play so well as a team. You're so well coordinated. I wouldn't say any single player is the superstar.
We don't focus. We don't say like, okay, Pacas is gonna carry the game
Mm.
because we're gonna pick up hero around him. We just know he's gonna carry on anything.
Okay, yeah, because I know Beast Coast they do that. They rely so much and they play around specifically Hector, but it seems like you guys are, playing around each other a lot more than Beast Coast does.
Yeah, we play around Armado sometimes.
Mhm.
Never Oscar.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean
All right.
these drafts like seemed super well put together. I mean, outside of first game, you guys looked pretty much untouchable the whole tournament. To be honest, like you guys have pretty much dismantled every single team. Obviously, you guys didn't get to go up against Lava in the grand finals like you were hoping. Were you guys a little worried after watching Four Zoomers like opening series here today, where they just
Oh, they
went
look
with like
so
a
good.
quick 2-0, or were you guys still pretty confident?
Uh, a bit disappointed about not facing Lava, to
Yeah,
be honest.
I figured. I knew you would be. You
That's
guys were really excited too.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but
That's it. We just wanted to play Lava.
yeah, but Four
No,
Zoomers obviously were the better team today, right?
yeah, they were.
Mm, well, well, that's it for the questions that I have. Is there anything you want to say to Lava or Ricky? Do you have any other questions for Panda Boo?
No,
Uh,
man,
And the move?
I'm just so
Panda
impressed.
Boo, right? Yeah.
Panda Moo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kept trying to correct him, of course. But
Mhm.
I mean, I'm just super impressed. You guys have played solid Dota. You're now back-to-back champions here at Pro Series. So I'm gonna let you take the floor. Feel free to say what you want to say.
I just want to thank the fans from the team, not mine, because I don't have any.
I'm your
My
fan.
mom, of course. Yeah, and yours too. That's, we have one each.
Yeah.
I'm also your fan, Rick. Don't get jealous.
All right, that
I'm
thanks,
not gonna
man.
take
I'm
next with you.
jealous now. I want you out of myself. But sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I want to thank the fan. I want to thank the fan for all the support and my family, like always.
Well,
Yeah.
you're going home with $16,000. Your team. Last time you said you were giving that all to your mom and your family. What's the plan for it this time? Same thing.
Uh, no. They need to pay me back this time. I want to buy something for myself.
There you
Okay, this
go.
time you'll get something for yourself. Any plans? What are you going to spend that money on?
I want to travel on my vacations.
There
You
you
want
go.
a what?
He wants to
I
travel,
want
Oh,
to.
man.
Yeah, I want to
travel.
travel.
Good
Yeah.
call. I just did a short trip after Pro Series. I hope you enjoy yourself on your trip, man. You deserve a break after how well you've done. Hopefully, you get a chance for a little bit of rest before this next DPC season. I know you're going to kill it at in SA and the next couple of majors. I'm excited to watch you, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, congrats once
Thank you for
again,
joining us.
and we'll be hopefully talking to you soon. I mean, this is always a pleasure to watch your team, and Neph and I, we may not be in the SADPC, but we'll be cheering for you guys no matter what. So, congrats once again.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
See you in next BTS.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, brother.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye. I'm gonna miss them.
I
I'm gonna miss
am.
this region, man.
It's a damn good region. It's hard to say goodbye. We've been casting a lot of these teams here for a little while, and it's been
We're
a lot
leaving
of
everyone in
fun.
capable hands, though. ESL handling North America, 4D, experts in the South American region, handling the region down there. I'm excited for what it's going to bring and what next DPC season is going to bring for all these teams. I know Thunder Predator is going to do an amazing job, though.
Yeah, I'm just so excited. I like just looking at like the level of competition that South America is going to have in this DPC season is amazing. I'd love to. It's one of those things where it's like there's so many good teams in all these different regions, and I just want to like watch all of them, and it's so difficult that we can't. But we'll be there, one way or another. But Neff, we've made it to the end of another Pro Series.
Yes, we have. I'd like to thank Summit for throwing this together. Not easy throwing together these constant 100,000 prize pools for SCA, and I'm glad that we got at least 4 games in the grand finals. SEA was a clean 3-0 sweep.
Yeah,
Um,
boom.
yeah, as always, it was a ton of fun cast with you, Ricky, and I'm so glad that all of you stuck around to watch these grand finals happen.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, everyone, just big thank you from myself and obviously from Neph. Like we really appreciate this. Thank you all so much for cheering us on. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is rkryptic. I'm here with Neph. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you all again very soon, whether that be here on Pro Series. Maybe you'll see us in a DPC season soon. But until next time, everyone, have a wonderful night.